Yeah, what they did was the royal families, the royal bloodlines of the European families, when they were doing the switch, what they did was they allowed their nobles to be put into leadership positions, and then they transitioned on down into Africa and took positions in government,
Right.
because everything that happened over in Europe during that time was designed to get rid of the monarchies and come up with these democracies where
Right.
you get these people who have no heritage. And I'm talking about these Slavs and these other nations, these
Right.
barbaric nations. They had no heritage, but you had to give them some form of status in order to civilize them, but it was designed to take our heritage from us.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Right.
Because we were the ruling faction in Europe, right?
Yes.
And when they started to, when the Great War, there was a Great War. I mean, you know which war I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
They call it three different wars, but it was all the same war, right?
Right.
While that was going on, they were placing their people all over the place. Right. When it was all over, the next place that they had to take was Africa, and that's what they did.
Right.
You getting the same thing, Daviad?
Absolutely. Piggybacking on what you were saying about the DNA marker, right? Since we're dealing with the blood type, right? It's also more DNA markers than just that. We mentioned the 6 fingers, 6 toes. We also mentioned the tails, right? But
Yeah.
also there's more genetic traits that you could find in the earth today. One of the most strong DNA markers is red-haired people. You understand?
Right.
People with red hair and also extra pale. Like, you got regular, leprous people, whatever, and then you got a super pale look with
Like these Nordics.
with the red hair, and they call them like Uyghurs. They call them like Aryans.
Yes.
They call them, like you said, I love the Slavic. And the Slavic, man, that's an interesting name. Because that's really not their name. That's another identity that they stole. The Slavic people were originally the Canaanites, right?
Right.
That's what Canaan means in Hebrew. It means Slav, right? Or slave, whatever, however you want to word it, right? So they had to take that identity so that they could be interjected into the human family, right? Because remember, this is the bloodline of the gods of the ancient world. These are the gods of the ancient world. So they were basically over Canaan, and you know what I'm saying? This is how they got their entrance into the world, was through Canaanite women and sacrificing their children and blah, 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 all the way down today. So when you see that pure genetic trait, you're seeing 6-finger people, extra row of teeth, extra vertebrae. You're seeing the red hair. I mean, like the rosy red, like you know what I mean? Who's somebody that's that singer guy? I think he might be from the UK, named Simply Red.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Simply Red.
No.
He's a RH negative. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's got the hair, like he literally looks like a blood drinker, like a Rephaim. So it's crazy, man. It's crazy. So it's not just about a religion. That's just one of the strong genetic traits in right in front of our faces today. This is why the Roman army, when you look at the Roman soldiers and they wore their little helmet, they had the red like the red feathers coming out of the helmet or something like that. Maybe it was like red fur, red feathers coming out of their helmet. You ever seen that on the Roman soldiers?
Yeah.
They're trying to emulate the gods of the ancient world. You know what I'm saying?
Let me